City Learners TV, learning made simple. Welcome back to the City Learners class with me, Samuel Adegoke. In this class today, I want to shortly distinguish between the system unit and the central processing unit. I've come across several teachers who often make mistake by calling the system unit this central processing unit. When they see the system unit, they call it the central processing unit, which is not. So in this video, I will be differentiating between the system unit and the central processing unit. In my previous video, I talked about the system unit. I described what the system unit looks like. So I'd like you to refer back to the video, but let me just do a summary of it before I go ahead. The system unit is a computer hardware. We can see it and we can touch it. And the system unit is the most important hardware in the computer system entirely. The most important hardware. Why? The system unit looks like a box. Sometimes it can be a tall box, which we call the tower, or it can be a flat box. But there are vital components or parts of the computer, important parts of the computer that are fixed inside the box. If you go back to my previous video, I listed some of these parts that are found or that are fixed inside the system unit, and I mentioned also their functions briefly in the video. So I'd like you to go back to the video I did on that part. So what is the difference between the system unit and the central processing unit? The system unit, like I said, is a box-like component, but inside of the box, there are vital or important, useful parts, hardware parts that are fixed, carrying out specific tasks or specific functions. For instance, inside the system unit, we have the hard disk drive. That is where whatever work you are doing on the computer, that is where you save it permanently. What does that mean? You can save your work on it, and when you turn on the computer back, you can retrieve your file, your work. Then, what is the central processing unit? Now, here is the mistake most teachers or most people make. The central processing unit is a very small part of the computer system and is located right inside the system unit. It's simply the brain of the computer. Like I said, the hard disk drive is inside the box called the system unit, the same way the CPU is also inside the system unit. There are other parts of the computer that are inside the system unit. One of them is the CPU. So it is wrong for a teacher or for anyone to see a box part of the computer system and call it CPU. It is not CPU. The CPU, Central Processing Unit, is located, is fixed inside the system unit. It's like looking at me and addressing me as kidney. That is wrong. I am not kidney. I am human. Inside of me is kidney. So when you see that box part of the computer system and you call it the central processing unit, the CPU, it's wrong. You are calling it one of the parts that is inside. Calling me kidney, liver, or calling me intestine is absurd. It's not correct because I am not kidney. I am human. Inside of me are kidney, liver, heart, and all that. So the system unit is a box-like computer component, and inside of it are the CPU itself, which is the central processing unit, the hard disk drive, the motherboard, and all that. So from now, take note that The box-like part of the computer system, whether standing tall like a tower or flat, is not the CPU. Rather, it's the system unit. Inside of that box is the CPU, very small in size. Thank you very much. I hope you have learned something from this class. I'd like you to subscribe, click on the notification bell, and make sure you share and comment on how you feel about what you're learning in this class. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.